Hi everyone, welcome to Life on Lindy. I'm Stacy and I'm glad to have you here. Dean is taking all the hardware off of the door so I can paint it. He's using a magnetized screwdriver. The dogs are supervising. This could turn out to be a disaster or a work of art. Who knows?
Without thinking twice, and I knew
it's a rainy, nasty day here today, so I thought that it would be a good day to get the door painted. The kitchen's a disaster from the dogs going in and out, so there's really not a whole lot I can do that would be productive other than this.
my mind, on this road that I am on, I gotta stay here.
Painting's really not my favorite thing to do, but I always enjoy the results. I rarely tape anything up. I think it's just so tedious. I'd rather just be really, really careful.
Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are and if you found a way.
I still have some exterior trim and windows that I need to paint, but Dean will probably tape up those windows because it would take forever to scrape paint off of them. The paint I'm using is by Valspar. It's in a satin exterior finish. The name is Wall Street. This is the paint that we used on the shutters and the threshold in the front.
And we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much.
As I was putting on this first coat, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to look awful. But as I kept on going, it got a lot better. The lower I got to the floor, the nosier the dogs got. Luke only got a little bit of paint on his nose. I'm surprised they didn't get it all over them. I used a small detail brush to get around the windows, but as soon as I was able to use the roller, I switched to it. At this point, things started to look a whole lot better, and I was beginning to be happy with the way it was going to turn out. Thankfully, this paint dried quickly, and I was able to get the other two coats on pretty fast. It took 3 total coats of the gray paint to cover up the previous white. Here I'm just using a scraper tool to give me a straight edge around all the trim on the windows. Next, I'll need to freshen up the white trim paint on the casing of this door, and then I'll probably move on to the main door at the garage and do the same thing to it that I did to this one. I still have all the exterior windows on the back side of the house that need to have the paint refreshed on them. I did all the front ones last year. The ones on the front of the house were really hard to get to because we have a lot of shrubbery. And the bees drove me crazy, and I'm allergic to bees. So it was a job. Hopefully the backside won't be as hard. Now we just have to let the paint dry thoroughly, and then Dean can come back and put all the hardware back on the door. The door's all dry and Dean's put all the hardware back on it, and I have to say I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hate painting still, but I'm looking forward to painting the rest of it. I'll just leave the information on the paint right here so everyone will know what it is. Today's painting is done. It's been a cold, wet, rainy day here today, and I thought chili would be the perfect dinner. Here are the ingredients. Need 2 pounds of ground meat of your choice. I used beef. I have a 64-ounce bottle of V8 juice, but you could use tomato juice if you prefer. I have 1 2-pound can of mild chili beans. I have 2 packets of McCormick chili seasoning, and I have French's Chilio. I used 1 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I used 2 cups of shell pasta. You can use any variety you'd like. This pot that I'm using will hold 5 quarts. To it, I added 8 cups of water and brought it to a boil. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'm browning my ground beef. The water is boiling, and at this point I'm going to add in 2 cups of the pasta shells. I'm continuing to brown the ground beef and keeping a watch on the pasta and stirring it occasionally. The meat is now fully cooked, and I'm going to drain it and rinse it. You don't have to rinse it, I just always do. Now I'm adding a 1/4 cup of the French's seasoning in both of the seasoning packets. I add those to the pan with the browned meat. Now I'm adding 2 cups of water and turning the heat back on medium and letting it simmer. I let it simmer, stirring frequently until the pasta noodles are done. I also added to the meat a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic and black pepper. Now that the pasta is ready, I drain it and rinse it and put it back in the pan. At this point, don't forget to make sure all of your burners are off. I have an electric stove top, so my burners stay hot even after they're turned off. So I transferred my pot to a chopping board that can withstand the heat, and I added the meat and the pasta back to the pot. Now I'm returning the pot back to the stove, and I'm turning the heat up on medium. I'm now adding in the tomatoes and the chili beans and giving it a really good stir. At this point, I added in about a 1/4 or maybe a 1/3 of the V8 juice. You just add in ever how much you want. The more you add, the more soupy the chili will be, and the less you add, the thicker it will be. I let it simmer for about 15 minutes while stirring frequently, and then it's ready to serve. It's now ready to serve. It's just a simple, basic chili recipe, really good for cold, rainy weather. If you make this and you like it, let me know. Disclaimer, we did not feed chili to our dogs.
Hey babies, what you doing? What you doing? Mama made chili for a video. Yeah. Y'all want some chili? Okay, I'm Stacy's husband, Dean. I'll tell you how I like my chili.
Cincinnati style.
Is that what it is? Cincinnati style? Okay, I like some like angel hair pasta, spaghetti noodles in mine. I don't know why, I just do. Anyway, this is how I like it.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.